Hey, welcome back to another episode of Contain This. How many times have I started out a video drinking coffee or iced tea or something? Boy, I don't know. I'm just loving these big old windows. I don't know. I'm sure you saw my video on putting these things together. Man, there's nothing better than waking up in the morning with a cup of coffee, looking outside and the new day. Hey, so what are we doing today? What are we screwing up today? Well, I was waiting for the foam guys to come in, and they were a day late. You know, what's new, right? So I needed a small project to do, and I had this idea of building a wine barrel vanity. And knowing me, I don't like doing things that's normal and every, I started looking around all the box stores, all these vanities, and they're all the same. They're all, a little box, you put a sink on top. I wanted something unique and different. And so I started searching the internet, and I thought, what can I do to make this vanity a little bit more unique? As you kind of see, the build's been kind of unique a little bit. A little different. So I came up with an idea. I saw a wine barrel vanity sitting on the internet, and I said, I gotta do that. So by God, I did it. It's not complete yet, but I'll show you in a second here how I did that. And it's really, really simple. There's no reason to spend $400, $500, $600 buying a brand new, buying somebody else's project, Man, it is so easy to build one of these vanities. It's pathetic. And the pricing is comparable. So anyway, let's get busy. Let me show you how I did it. my Vanity as it sits at this stage. I'm sure you saw the time lapse. Pretty simple, straightforward, you know. So what I did was I just went and purchased this bucket, this sink, I guess you call it. It looks like just a bucket, and they put an indentation here. And you know, I bought it from Amazon. Same with the water spigot. So let me show you something that's really pretty. The issues that I ran into. But first of all, let me show you what we have to do. Anytime you're working with a barrel, a wine barrel or whiskey barrel, the problem that you have is, as long as there's liquid inside the barrel stays, I guess, inflated. Okay, so the oak absorbs the water and tightens up the bands, and that's how it self-seals itself when it's bloated with liquid. But if you take the liquid out of it, the wine, whiskey, whatever's in the barrel, what happens is it shrinks, and then they loosen up from the bands and they break apart. I'm sure you've seen this before. So how do we fix this remedy? Because we're not going to keep fluid or wine. I guess we could keep wine in it and just put a cup there and drink a wine or whiskey. I thought about that. I put that on my my Facebook post. I got a lot of posts. But no, so what we have to do is we have to put these little screws in. And I just got little, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, you know, self-tapping screws. I did want to put these spiral nails in there. So what I would have done is drill holes first, right? And then pound in those little spiral nails. The spiral nails have a little rounded top, and it would have been a really cool aesthetic look. But I couldn't find any at the box stores or any of the other hardware stores. I guess I could have, Amazon, right? You could have done it there. But now I just ran screws in it, and you don't want them too long where they stick out the back side. But so that way when you create your door, you don't have they don't separate from the bands, right? So basically, as you saw on the time-lapse video, just sand it. You know, I just sanded it down with a palm sander and just masked it off and painted it and ran the screws in. How simple is that, right? So, and then cutting your door, you know, I didn't cut the length, right? Because these boards are already separated, right? So all I did was I cut the sides here and came up with, you know, I just cut it right on top of the band there. And then you got your door, real simple. But the problem that I ran into with the hinges, I haven't solved the problem yet. But when you open the door, because of this curve, it wants to separate the hinges, and it's kind of hard to explain. So when it opens up, if you got these hinges too far separated, the further you open the doors, the more this goes away from the barrel. It's kind of hard to explain, but so I'm probably going to use some smaller hinges and run them closer together, and that way you can open it without it trying to pull the hinges apart. But you can do these doors a couple different ways. I just decided to do one door, but you can actually do 2 doors that open up like this. It's your preference. It's not completely 100% finished. I still want. I haven't decided if I want to stain it yet. I haven't stained, as you can see, I haven't stained my doors yet, and I haven't decided on colors yet. So I just wanted to do this video real quick and show you how easy it is. You know, all I did is drilled a hole here and drilled a hole there. You know, how simple is that? Come on, anybody could do this. If you could build a container home, you could do that. Now, is that the only way you can do it? No. you can actually drill a bigger hole and actually set this down inside the barrel. But I watched some guys build these vanities, and each one of these boards, you know, these slats, as you start drilling big holes in it, they start to fall apart. Okay, and some of them have dowel pins. Some wine barrels have dowel pins. Some of them are nailed. This, as I drilled into it, I noticed there's actually nails. They nailed this piece up. They built this piece and nailed it together, and there you go. So I chose to keep my sink above this. I think it looks pretty good this way. Is there anything wrong with setting it down inside that? No, there's not. But then you start running into difficulties with these slats falling apart on you. And I guess you could screw the slats in on the side. But the other thing I did was, you'll see, this is where, right there, that's where the bunghole was, where they put the wine in and take the wine out. And so that's where I put the drain, and you can just buy it, regular drain P-trap for it. The sink comes with the outlet, and so I just haven't put it together yet. Some folks actually went through and put resin on top of this. Oak is pretty waterproof. I don't really see a need to put a resin top. I mean, you could do that. It would look real nice. Or put some kind of sealer like a urethane coat. I'll probably do that. I'll probably go and take this whole thing down and put a stain on it, and then use a urethane or something on it. But anyway, so the other thing I thought about doing was, see how this barrel's big and round, right? It takes up a lot of room in the water closet. So what I thought about doing is actually cutting it here and here and squaring it off. That way it runs right up against the wall. That's a lot more work, I think. I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. But anyway, guys, this is about the simplest thing you do. It looks pretty decent, don't you think? Anyway, so as I put the bathroom together and the tile and all that stuff, you'll see how this thing gets installed. It's really simple. But anyway, I just thought I'd do this real quick video and I'll show you what I did and how I did it. So anyway, ciao for now.